What is SCP-3008? SCP-3008 is an infinite IKEA with furniture expanding endlessly from aisle to aisle, and my goal is to survive for 100 days in this strange dystopian world. In Roblox. Will the night kill me, or will I manage to survive these 100 days? The answer might shock you. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. As I spawn into my world, first I change my settings to have shorter nights because there really isn't much to do at night as I wait. But most importantly, look for a place to build my home that I will be spending the next 100 days living in. And as I explored the mass infiniteness of IKEA, I came across a GameCube. Now, GameCubes don't have any sort of inherent value, except for the fact that they have a 1% chance of spawning inside a TV room. So if I come across any more of these GameCubes, then I'll be sure to grab those as well. After not that long, I do find a place with lots of these flat planks, which are fantastic building sources due to the lack of blemishes, and I start building my house. But you might notice that my timer is ticking down, ominously. And when it hits 0, it's the start of a night phase. During the day, there are these entities called employees that you will see wandering around. They are seemingly harmless. However, during the night, they will start attacking you, saying,
"Excuse me, the store is now closed. Please exit the building."
Now, I would love to do that, but there don't seem to be any exits. However, generally during the first night, you don't have to deal with any of these employees as they simply haven't had the time to spawn around the map. So, I continue building my house using outward pointing planks so that it's more difficult for the employees to jump over to my roof. Having completed a base for my house, and waiting my first night inside it, I started looking for food, making note of the location for this playground with a variety of toys in it, and even finding another GameCube on the way. With luck on my side, I found a food station shortly after, raiding the wondrous Swedish meatballs and taking all I could carry back home. Over the next couple of days, I worked on getting planks during the day and building up the base during the night, with 2 unlucky blood moon nights during the first week. Are you f***ing serious? The blood moon event has a 5% chance to happen every night and is guaranteed to happen every 10 days. During a blood moon night, employees will spawn in bigger groups and become very hostile. They'll become even more active and more powerful than average. So yeah, I was a bit unlucky to say the least. Despite that, I had no encounters with any of the employees and I finished up filling all the holes to make my house completely employee-free. Oh, hello there. Did I happen to see a penguin? Yeah, let's make a penguin army. And oh, hello there. Is that a Djungelskog? Okay, I am never attempting to pronounce that again. But these IKEA bears have a 5% chance to appear in the TV bedroom, so we'll definitely keep an eye out for them. Oh my god! The rock painting! Oh, I've been looking for you all this time. Every 15 days, there's a foggy day, where employees become mega buff, dealing 5 times the amount they usually deal, so around 40 health points. I'd been seeing a lot more employees wandering around, so to be safe, I cower in the supposed safety of my base. During that day, I decided that I would stop exploring for penguins and GameCubes, because I had a better plan. I wanted to go to the sky. More specifically, I wanted to find a sky house, and I thought if I made a staircase on a pillar, I would find it. Spoiler alert, I didn't know how rare sky houses actually were. So, for the next 11 days, I started work on making a staircase to heaven. Every day, I would look for anything that was semi-flattish, and I would take it up to make the stairs. As it got higher, and higher, and higher, the longer it would take for me to get up it and get down it. until on day 27, I decided instead of just staircasing, I would start jumping from one bed to another in hopes that I would make it to the top much faster. I almost freaking fell, dude. I freaking died. No! It spooked the shit out of me. What happened? Yeah, I walked off and died because I panicked. I have no idea why that was happening anyways. So, I know it's typical for these 100-day videos to be in hardcore mode, meaning if you die, you have to restart all the way from the beginning. But by this point, I was already 4 hours into recording. And the one thing that sucks is that you can't save in this game. So if I wanted to get to 100 days, I'd have to do it all in one sitting, which takes about 15 hours to do with my modified rule set. You have to realize that I am in high school, and if I want to do high school and also play this stupid video game, then there has to be compromises, I'm sorry. So, despite the fact that I died, I kept going to complete the challenge. It's to see how much progress I can make, rather than trying to survive anyways. I was unsure about going to the sky now, so I halted my progress and once again got back to trying to collect items and also expand the base. I even finally made a roof and scattered out some of the objects on top. But I couldn't get the idea of going to the sky out of my head. I needed to try again, because if at first you don't succeed, try again. Sun Tzu. So on day 50, it was time. I would get to the top of the pillar and find the sky house. And so the nick of time before the full moon, I started the long, tedious climb to the top. After around 28 minutes of shimmying off the side of this pillar, I thought of a dreaded question. Is there actually a sky house? So I looked it up and yes, there it is. However, it only has like 50% chance to spawn per server. And if I had found the pillar with the sky house, it would have only been up 800 studs, which I had already well surpassed. I, however, was not a quitter. I needed to see what lays atop of this pillar, and so I kept climbing, knowing what comes next. With all my plans falling through, I knew there was only one thing I could do now. Continue exploring and collecting like I had always done. I had dedicated my life to making buildings now, and after collecting almost 2 full shelves of penguins, I tore down the tower to the sky that I had made and used it to build my mega base. This video is very short because despite spending 15 hours in SCP-3008, I don't know of a way to make building my base sound that interesting. So I hope I was able to create a story that was at least a little entertaining. On the last day of living in SCP-3008, I decided I wanted to try to get this one achievement where you save yourself from dying by jumping on the bear, which I had failed a couple of times, before realizing that it probably wouldn't work because I'm in a private server instead of a public server. And then I hit the massive day 100.
Oh my goodness gracious.
My friend hopped on and we both celebrated, taking a tour of my base. I made a GameCube throne for Ugly Burger, who is the creator of this game, which, if you have never played this game before, I highly recommend you check it out. I'll leave a link in the description, and I'll also leave a link to my private server as well. And with that, Did I survive 100 days at IKEA? If you like this video, please subscribe.